In the last chapter of the Book of Unwritten Tales.
What happened here? No!
And now, let's look at the jewelry box.
My jewelry box serves as a podium for the vertically challenged narcissist.
Okay, open it. Shoo, cheap, cheap, we need to get in here.
Could you please move aside? I want to get into my jewelry box. He doesn't listen to me anymore, since I almost caused him to be roasted by fireballs, decapitated by swords, and eaten by monsters.
Why don't you
Mother
just
has
go
permitted
off and
him
mind
to
his own
disregard
business
any
then?
of my orders that go against her wishes. His interpretation of this can be liberal.
Well, so that must be our goal here. To get Cheap Cheap off of this so we can both get into the jewelry box and get the mirror. Let's look at some of the table accoutrements.
Fresh water from the spring brook, the little stream that rises here in the castle and provides for the whole valley. People come from far and wide to drink it.
Anything else?
No, I'm not thirsty.
Okay, but we can still look at
Fresh
it.
water from the spring. People come from...
Okay, so that probably has something to do in the future. Is this an ashtray?
Normally this bowl is full of fruit and nuts.
Oh, okay.
Presumably Mother has decided I should be without such things whilst I am, as she says, positively rotund.
That's a very liberal interpretation. You look fine to me, Ivo.
Normally this bowl is full of fruit and nuts. Presumably Mother has decided...
Okay. The flower?
Beautiful red flower. It was only put here a few days ago. Sometimes Mother orders a new plant that looks nice in my room. And then it's replaced and planted in the garden.
Oh, that's cool then.
A delicate sweet scent. It reminds me of a wood over in the west where I learnt to use a bow and arrow.
Awesome. Any more? Okay, just the scent again? Alright. Musical box?
An envoy from the Far East gave me this musical box years ago.
Looks like a Pokeball.
Wherever I go, I always have its tune in my head.
What is the tune? Can we hear that, please? Okay. Wonder what benefit that's going to play for us. Hello, statue.
A guard with a spear and shield, and like all elven figures, immaculate.
Okay.
Elven craftsmen have centuries to perfect their artistic skills. Only when
Apparently
everything is
so.
always perfect, then isn't everything always the same and somehow unimportant?
Some people would say that, yes.
A guard with a spear and shield, and
Okay. That's everything in here, right? Guess I need to go out to the balcony. There's a large sunflower out there. Guess not incredibly large as sunflowers go. They can grow very, very tall.
We have many exotic plants here in the palace, but sunflowers are my favourite.
Oh, sunflower seeds. Can we roast them?
Apologies, I need a few of your seeds.
Is that what we're going to use to get Cheap Cheap away?
I've still got some seeds and shouldn't take more than I need.
Right. Okay. We can climb down into the garden. Can we just do that? Look at the
I used
telescope.
to look into the woods for days on end, imagining what the world beyond would be like.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know, and I think I miss it.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I've seen much suffering, much evil and unkindness in the world out there, but it was exciting. It was alive. Here in the Elf Burrow, everything is so ordered, so perfect, so dull.
So stagnant.
One day's just like the next, and they just pass by endlessly.
This music is incredibly good. It's just great.
One can almost see the edge of the wood through the telescope. But I just can't leave the elf burrow. Mother would never forgive me, and there are so many dangers lurking out there.
Guess that's exhausted for the telescope. Can we actually just climb down?
It may not be befitting of a princess, but this isn't the first time that I've climbed into the garden via the balcony, and it won't be the last.
Oh, cool, we can. Oh, party pooper.
I'm just doing my morning exercises.
Yeah, Cheep Cheep. Go back to narcissisting
going
yourself.
to.
So that's why we've got to deal with
Of course,
Cheep
I
Cheep.
could just ignore him and climb down into the garden anyway. He would, however, make a beeline to Mother and tell on me.
He's a
And who
spy.
knows what the two of them would cook up for me next.
Yeah. So let's deal with Cheep Cheep, shall we? So I'm thinking that... Oh, we've got the picture. Can we actually
Since
look at
Nate
that?
left without saying so much as a word, Mother seized the opportunity to marry me off to a proper elf prince. So far, I've managed to frighten off every candidate successfully, but she's starting to lose her patience.
Okay. Oh. I think that's all.
Since Nate left,
Yeah,
so
that's it. Sunflower
a friendly
seeds.
gift from nature, taken without permission.
All right. Can we bowl the seeds and make him come over here? Will that be
Chi-Chi,
distracting
would it be
enough to
possible
do
for you
everything?
to stop admiring yourself for 2 seconds and move over to stuffing your beak instead?
Nice.
Don't say I never look after you.
So let's grab the mirror. So now he'll have no reason to come over here. Yeah, it's gone. I don't know where it went. Certainly wasn't me. That's not really dealing with him. What's in here?
Pearls, precious stones, sparkling earrings and necklaces. All the stuff I have to wear at official functions. If it
Okay.
were up to Mother, I would have trunkfuls of this stuff, and a wing of the castle would be my wardrobe. She just can't understand why Pa and I aren't into this sort of thing.
Well, some people can't understand other people having different interests than them, and that's a common problem on the internet.
It's my mirror, really, but Cheep Cheep would probably miss it much more than me.
So, what did the looking in the jewelry box accomplish?
Pearls, precious stones, sparkling... Goodness knows what I could use this tap for right now.
Huh. Okay. So was that enough since he's not facing... Well, he wasn't facing the balcony over there either. Can we just climb down now?
Okay, he's not looking this way.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there is more than one kind of stretch exercise, you know.
Yeah, Cheep
Perhaps
Cheep.
you'd like to train with me.
Join us. We're going to be doing calisthenics next. Alright, so
No
no.
chance. I can't sneak down as long as Cheep Cheep's on guard.
Huh. Will you give me maybe a little bit of a hint if I look at Cheep Cheep?
It's an age-old game. I hide his mirror and he pretends that he doesn't care. But sooner or later, he'll get grumpy, and I relent. Hey, Cheep.
Oh, okay.
Oh, missing your mirror? Well, sooner or later, you won't be able to stand it anymore. I'm not horrible. I just don't want to be locked in my room like a child. See you later. Yes, of course I'll be a good girl and stay in my room.
So we didn't actually ask for a favor, despite what it said down here. Huh. Let's see if we can get some more sunflower seeds.
plant would survive, I'm sure, but at the moment I don't need any more.
Okay, so that's not a thing. So everything that we need has to be in this room here, because that's all we have access to. Has anything changed? Thankfully, the little tune is rather short.
Elven craftsmen have centuries. Only when every...
Okay. The jug?
No, I'm not thirsty.
The flower? Same, just sniff? Seems so. The bowl?
Cheap has eaten every last seed from the bowl.
So will that trigger us needing more
I could
seeds?
put any number of things into the bowl. Want to choose?
Oh. The mirror? No. Prince Lollipop? No. Alright, still can't interact with the bed again. How about the door?
Hopefully I'll find a book on medicine in the library.
Okay, still
Only how
just
am I going to
repeating. Mirror? Oop! Clicked off the game there by accident. Sorry about that. Can we just look at
The
it?
box, as well as its hinges and lock, has been fashioned from one piece of tree root. A masterful piece of workmanship, just like everything else here in the Elf Burrow.
So why did we need... It's got to be something to do with this jewelry box, because she acted like we wanted to open it for some reason. Look at this.
The door's locked and can only be opened from the other side.
Okay.
I'll have to find another way down to the library.
All right. Can we put the picture here? No. Put the mirror... No? Don't put the mirror back. Can we put it on the easel? No. Huh. Well, let's see now that we've seen the bowl is empty if we can get more sunflower seeds.
The plant would survive, I'm sure.
Okay.
The plant would...
So that's not a thing either. Why do we need this mirror?
It's my mirror, really. But Cheap would probably miss it much more than me.
Okay. Can we just give it to him? No. Try using it on everything. Oh! Are we just looking at it? Did I click too many times? No. Oh! Okay. Well, the use everything on everything
Withdrawal symptoms.
strategy worked again. Great.
A contented fat blue bird and his reflection.
Okay, so now can we leave?
I don't know how, but he always seems to know when I'm going against Mother's will. Perhaps it's a sixth sense, or magic. Or he just knows me too well.
Probably the last one, though I wouldn't count out the magic.
Not while Cheap's still on guard.
Oh. Okay, then. So, do we need the jewelry box now?
Pearls, precious stone. Goodness knows what I could use this tap for right now.
Yeah, why did you want to get into that to begin with? Don't understand. Open the musical box, maybe?
I just need the music box a minute. You don't need to turn your head away from your beautiful reflection for 1 second. Come on.
Oh, it is a Pokeball. It is a Pokeball. We just caught a Pidgey.
He's gone to sleep.
Well,
It
at least
got
he isn't
dark and
hurt.
He's simply... No matter. I can now enjoy a few moments of peace.
I mean, that's what birds do. You cover up a bird's cage so they think it's nighttime and go to sleep. Wish I could go to sleep that easily. Well, finally. let's get out of here, shall we? And out into the still limited, but somewhat wider world of the palace grounds.
Let's go.
Or the garden. Yeah, the garden, it said.
As expected, no one here. My parents are in the throne room ruling the lands. Or rather, Mother is.
What's the deal with your dad? You've said he's like you. Lots of things. So a waterfall? Or a spout? Or whatever?
The spring brook emerges up there. It's still small here, but it becomes one of the largest and most important rivers in the woodland realm.
Really? That's cool. More?
The waterfall and I have been neighbours for so long that I don't really hear it anymore.
Didn't know you could go actual deaf. Like you can smell blindness or whatever.
Shame that the tree's casting more and more shade over the waterfall. Before, the sunlight used to dance on it, and there were the most wonderful rainbows.
This tree?
The waterfall and I have been neighbours for so long that I don't really hear it anymore.
Alrighty then. Happy Willow.
That's a weeping willow. It appears to be so content it looks anything but sad.
Yeah, the branches are going up rather than down, as most willows, weeping willows, are supposed to.
The willow is stretching its branches up high into the sky with glee. One part of the waterfall's already lying in its shadow. If it continues to grow like that, it'll shade half the garden.
Is that a problem that we need to solve?
That's a weeping willow. It appears to be so content it looks anything but sad.
Yeah. Alright, not sure about that. There's a door over here. Is this where the library is?
That leads up to the throne room.
Guess not.
Mother will be conducting the affairs of state with an iron will, whilst Pa leans against the tree of life, probably sleeping.
Anything else?
I'm not going up there. I've no appetite for discussions with Mother.
Me either.
That leads up to the... Mother will...
Okay. Alrighty. Look at the pond?
There are elf-made ponds and streams all over the palace ground. Their water's said to have healing powers. No wonder considering where it comes from.
Oh, is this whole thing the tree of life? Like, so this is a rock. This is a tree. That is awesome.
Perhaps the water really does have magical medicinal properties. Even so, it can't protect me from what's going to happen.
No, but maybe it could make you feel better. You said you were feeling sickly.
There are elf-made ponds and...
Okay. Yeah, water plants. Cattails.
There are reeds and water lilies growing in the pond. Naturally, they were planted there. They don't grow in the wild so high up the mountains. I can't think of any use for a water lily, but a reed could come in handy.
Oh, cool. Wonder what we will make use of that for.
I don't really know much about reeds or pipes, but if I'm not mistaken, then those things are called pipe cleaners.
Okay. Thought we had taken the telescope for a minute there. It's up there, but that kind of looks like a telescope. The reed head?
I don't really know much about...
Oh, okay.
The reed from the garden pond. It's like a hollow pipe. Well, pipes are normally hollow.
Right. That's the definition of pipe, I think. Alright, so no more water plants. We can go back through here for some reason, but let's look at everything first. A bird bath.
There's only a little water left in the bird bath. Cheep Cheep always says that it evaporates quickly.
I wonder
I
why.
think that the constant need to replenish the water is more down to his unbridled joyous splashing and not insignificant body mass.
That sounds more likely, yes.
There's only a little water left in the bird bath.
Okay. Can we not look at this pipe thing here? Spigot probably draining from this. What's this little... Is that a little guy?
A fairly small, unattractive tree.
Huh. I'd like to see
It
how
is a little
attractive
guy.
you'd look if someone disturbed you on the pot in the morning.
You mean...
Anyway, what can I do for you, my little beauty?
What are you? Guess she knows him because she's not asking? Alright, we'll confide in this little bush man. Maybe he is a, Leshy. I learned about those in Quest for Glory 4, Shadows of Darkness. They're little bush-dwelling spirits in, Russian lore, I believe, or maybe just Eastern European lore.
Mother put me on a diet this morning so that I'll look perfect for my wedding.
You already look
Everything has to
fine.
be perfect for her. No such thing in nature, of course. Or rather, everything is perfect if you just let nature run its course.
You should
You
tell her
that
that.
to Mother.
I have, many times. She'd be very clever in some things, but very daft concerning that.
Now then, she is the queen.
I'm old enough to be able to call a spade a spade. Spade, gardener. Get it?
Yeah, I do. And you don't quite sound like him, but you sound remarkably similar to the actor who played Hagrid in the Harry Potter movies. Maybe it's just the accent's similar. You get along with Pa really well, though, right?
You and Father, you get along well, don't you?
No one understands more about nature than him, that's for sure. But I don't often ask him for help. Thinking has never got a field dug, if you get my drift.
Rather just do it yourself
He's just
and figure
more
it
of a
out.
Theorist.
The mud on your feet, the smell of fresh earth, all that joy and life. And he's missing out on the lot by just sitting around up there and doing nubbit.
Maybe that's not up to him. Maybe it's his wife and her mother that is making him just stand around doing nothing.
The garden always looks fantastic, Arbor.
Arbor.
Thank you.
Finally, we have a
It's
name.
a dirt load of work. People always think elf gardens are fabulous by their very nature. But you need a mighty good gardener.
What's a girt?
You have got green fingers.
That's just moss, my dear.
They're
Happens
brown.
if you spend all day grubbing around in the earth and don't wash your hands properly in the evenings.
Oh, he's an ant? He's awfully small for an ant. I prefer to think of him as a leshy. Thank you very much.
You tree shepherds do a great job.
Tree shepherds? The trees just stand there. What do they need a shepherd? However, I quite fancy one of those shepherd dogs. Hey, Rex, do you want to be my shepherd dog? Nah, my darling. I'm a gardener. Nothing more, nothing less.
Can we get that rock you just moved? What are you doing today then?
What are you up to today then? Got much on?
Oh, the usual. You know, it never rains in the Elfborough, but the flowers need their water, so I water them every day.
Ah, the curse of good weather.
The weather isn't the only thing which isn't right. I've been here 30 years, and for 30 years we've had autumn.
Time passes differently in the Elfborough. Slower.
Well,
Does
that's
it?
why everyone grows to be ancient here, obviously. But if we had a bit of normal weather in the usual seasons, there'd be a lot more variety here.
I have to get on.
Yep, got a bit to do myself. I just don't know what's wrong with that plant over there.
So are we going to get the group, the band, if you will, back together at some point?